The Empire is on the move and he would not be caught on the back foot. While you were out searching for Jifuya, we received word from our shinobi allies. An Imperial airship has been sighted over Doman soil. Our visitor's objectives remain unclear. It may be another attempt to recover Yotsuyu or a prelude to invasion. Either way, the craft reportedly advances at speed and appears bound for Castrum Fluminus. I mean to go there and ascertain their intent. If we ride out in force, it would only end one way, so we shall keep our numbers to a minimum. Yugiri, Klaudez, can I count on you? Yes, my lord. Alice and I would fain play our part as well. We will not stand idly by while a common foe threatens the land of our friends and allies. We would be glad of the help. You are acquainted with Hakuro, I believe. That I bid you seek him out and assist in maintaining order in the enclave. When the people see an Imperial airship, they are liable to panic. I would have you reassure them and, should it come to it, aid in their evacuation. Very well, we shall depart at once. Do take care. What of me, my lord? The Empire may well be after Yotsuyu. You are to remain here and guard her until my return. As you wish. Pray stay close to Klaudez and Yugiri. Well, well. Guard duty and not a breath of protest. Now I've seen it all. To Castrum Fulminus, then. Let us find out what the Empire's game is. Speak with Hien at Castrum Fulminus. Where is that? That's not too far. The area is secure. Whatever our visitors' purpose, they plainly believe they can achieve it alone. The craft should come into view at any moment. Let us await them inside the castrum.
A smoke signal? Thoughts, Yugiri?
In former times, such signals were used to announce the coming of an emissary of peace. In Doma, at least. But could that truly be their intent?
Who can say? Whatever they want, we cannot simply blast them out of the sky. Not when they were so gracious as to honor one of our cherished traditions. I would not have it said that we Domans want for propriety.
Then I shall go and reconnoiter.
Nay, that won't be necessary. We will meet them openly. I would welcome this student of Doman history in person, whomsoever he or she may be.
As you wish, my lord. I shall arrange for a signal of our own to be fired in answer.
Well, that we should be received by the Lord of Doma himself.
I but afford an emissary of peace the courtesy he is due. Welcome to Doma, my lord.
Ah, where are my manners? I am Asahi Sas Brutus, Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
Pleno what? Plenipotentiary, okay. Ambassador Plenipotentiary of Garlemald.
He is heir to the Naiuri clan and Yotsu's stepbrother.
It seems I need not introduce myself. Not in the presence of the famed Yugiri Mistwalker. Your skills as a shinobi are known far and wide, my lady. It is true. The former acting viceroy is my sister. Yet, bonds of kinship aside, we have precious little in common. As will soon become plain, I come not to sow strife, but to end it. I am of the Populares, a collective which represents the interests of the common man. Long have we labored to bring about reform to the Empire's provincial policy. Happily for us, our master acknowledges the need for change. Indeed, His Radiance, Emperor Varys Zos Galvus, personally sanctioned this mission, granting me the authority to speak with his voice. To negotiate peace with Doma.
Well then, we have much to discuss. Will you accompany me to my hall?
Gladly, my lord.
We shall escort our guests across the river to the enclave. Yugiri, pray go on ahead to the Yazuka Manor docks and see that the ferries are ready. Lord He and I will accompany the Imperial delegation on the first ferry. When you are ready, speak with the boatman to join us on the other side. Do you seek a passage? There you are, Claude. So first things first, what do you think of the Enclave? I must say I'm quite proud of what my countrymen have accomplished in the time. We even have an 8th right now, courtesy of the Onishishu. Be sure and attune to it, would you? Once it has the Warrior of Light seal of approval, people might actually start using the thing. Place looks nice. But on the other, to the matter at hand, the ambassador and his retinue are at my hall, taking their ease ahead of the negotiations. I want you there when the talking starts. It will serve to send a message to the Empire that Eorzea and Doma stand united. I'm not normally one for hollow posturing, but in this game of nations, such gestures carry weight. Or should you feel uneasy about speaking for the silence, Alphino and Alice will also be there. You need only eat, drink, and look imposing. Say you'll come. I'll be there. I knew I could count on you. When you are ready, come and join at my humble abode. The kind can. The guardsmen will see you in. Lord Hien is expecting you. May I show you in? Yep. This is how they do it. Who needs seats or tables? You just do it on the floor. This is how it's done.
On behalf of my delegation, I offer you my humblest thanks. Never did I imagine that I would meet the gallant and noble Lord of Dorma himself, nor be welcomed into his magnificent hall.
You'll forgive me if we forgo the pleasantries. You say you are come to negotiate peace. Unless I am mistaken, such negotiations are typically conducted between sovereign nations. I was not aware that the Emperor had recognized Dorma's sovereignty.
His Radiance has yet to do so, that much is true. Know, however, that he has expressed willingness to cede Dorma to her ancestral masters and treat with her as a friend. Since the days of Emperor Solus, the Empire has aggressively expanded its territory. While you may not agree with our founding father's policy of expansion, I believe there is room for discussion on the matter of his lifelong goal, to rid the world of icons. Icons are a blight upon this star. They cannot be suffered to exist. This you know as well as we. In his wisdom, Emperor Varus wishes to explore the possibility of an alliance to combat this common threat. On the condition that Dorma renounces summoning and pledges to police the Korgians' practice of it, his Radiance would extend the hand of friendship.
Dorma has never shown any appetite for summoning, and it should go without saying that we will address any threat to our people, icon or otherwise. With regard to the Korjin, I must stress that they only resorted to summoning under extreme provocation. When the Ruby Sea was at peace and their sacred relics safe, they looked not to their kami for protection. Yet even now, there are certain parties who would destabilize the region with ill-conceived military forays. Unless they alter their course, we cannot hope to be rid of icons.
Quite. I can but apologize. In seeking to eliminate icons, the Empire creates them. 'Tis an irony among ironies, one with which the people of Eorzea are well acquainted, I am told.
Indeed. Many summonings are the result of persecution, the weak being driven to call upon the divine for deliverance from the strong. So it was in Alamigo, the bitter fruit of Garlean oppression.
A tragic state of affairs. If we are to put an end to summoning once and for all, it shall not be through might, but harmony. Yet we continue to repeat our mistakes, oblivious to the lessons of history. My comrades and I would change all that. We, Populares, have campaigned long and hard for a shift in imperial policy. And at last, the Emperor has seen fit to lend us an ear. Alas, there is a faction within Garlemald that would obstruct our every attempt at reform. A collection of pure-blooded Garleans who seek to consolidate their own supremacy. The Optimates. Lest you wonder, theirs was the hand that loosed our forces on the Confederacy. 'Twas a regrettable incident, one that flies in the face of everything we believe. And I swear to do all in my power to prevent a reoccurrence.
That would be most welcome. But if I may speak plain, if the Empire itself is not of one mind, how can we be certain that any peace we negotiate will be honored?
I cannot blame you for doubting us. Indeed, I should find it strange if you did not. And so, in the name of building trust, I would like to make a proposal. a prisoner exchange.
All this to get her sister back.
Under Garlean rule, no few Dormans were conscripted into the Imperial army. We would repatriate them in return for those of ours you captured in the recent conflict. Naturally, any exchange would include the acting viceroy.
Yotsu? What makes you think we have her?
Forgive me, my lord. Was it not your wish to speak plain? Let us not play games. I desire only to work to our mutual benefit. The Optimates tried and failed to take my sister by force. I would succeed by peaceable means, thereby strengthening my party's hand. 'Twould be a lie to say I would not also be glad of my sister's safe return.
A fellow plain speaker. How refreshing. Very well. Your proposal has merit, but I will need time to consider it.
Of course, my lord. May we remain in Dorma until you have come to a decision?
You shall be our honored guests. Yugiri, I leave the ambassador and his retinue in your care. See that they are well looked after.
You have our gratitude, Lord Hien. We shall look forward to your answer.
Well, that was unexpected. You can say that again. I still don't know quite what to make of it all, but on the surface, a prisoner exchange does seem a good way to begin. The question is, can they be trusted? They had not to gain by divulging the details of their internal divisions. As it stands, we have no reason to doubt them. But the ambassador's mention of Yotsuyu left me ill at ease. It made his grand talk of peace seem uncanny, like a lengthy preamble. You think this might be all be a ruse to facilitate her retrieval? Perhaps, though I cannot fathom why they would go to such lengths. Yotsuyu may have been the acting viceroy, but she is not Garlean, not even highborn. Her value must presumably lie in what she knows. Which brings us to the little matter of her memory loss. In her present condition, she would not yield any worthwhile intelligence, nor is she worth much as a bargaining price. Alphinaud, you are well acquainted with the Empire's methods. I would have your thoughts on this matter. My knowledge is at your disposal, Lord Hien. While the ambassador's proposal is appealing in principle, it would be remiss of us not to give it due scrutiny. Indeed, though it seems to me I have little choice but to accept regardless, with so many of our brothers and sisters languishing in imperial camps, I cannot well turn my back on the chance to secure their repatriation. Only the kami know when I will be afforded another. But ere we continue, shall we excuse these two? I fear what follows will bore them to tears. Yes, please. I was just about to show myself out as it happens. Come on, Klaudez, let's leave Alphinaud to dispense his copious knowledge. Someone is still sore from being made to watch at Sakazuki. Go on and keep Alice company. We are safe enough for now. A chance to relax at last. I know when I'm out of my depths, Klaudez. Though no weapons are drawn, a negotiation is no less a battle and the stakes can be every bit as high. One misplaced word and people could die. It takes someone with a cool head, and I'll be the first to admit that's not me. So we're left with the eternal question, what to do while they prattle on. His forgotten home. Alice is pondering how best to make use of your reprieve from the tedium of negotiations. Alright, for want of a better suggestion, what say you to a brief tour of the newly liberated Doma? I'd be interested to hear how the people are faring in their own words, and it's not as if we'll be missed here, or will we? Klaudez, a moment if you would. Ah, Yugiri and Asahi, was it? You have some business with Klaudez? Business? No. Pleasure, my lady. I merely wish to exchange a few words with the famed slayer of gods and champion of Eorzea. It is truly an honor. Such heartfelt admiration, one could almost forget that you're an envoy of the Empire. Oh, is that so strange? We may have stood on opposing sides in the past, but I see no contradiction in lauding the man who would do battle with our common enemy. And lest you forget, this is my homeland. It would be remiss of me not to at least thank him for containing the threat posed by the Kojin's Val icon. Now, if I may continue as we speak, Lord Hien deliberates over my proposal, and I will take this time to see the land I once called home. Though Lady Yugiri is certain to be a jovial escort, the excursion would be all the more enjoyable for your company and safer besides. The ambassador has the right of it. He is not like to come to harm with you at his side. Will you join us? Oh, sure. In that case, I will join you as well. There is naught else to do until Lord Hien has reached his decision, and I can think of no finer way to learn more about the current state of Doma. It's settled then. The four of us shall make a brief excursion through Yanxia. Might we start at the town of Modzen? I would see what has become of Doma Castle. Very well, if you will follow me. Guess we take the boat back as the quickest way. Nay, can this surely be Monzen, home to the cream of Doma samurai? I had heard that Yotsu intended to send some few of our automatrons here, but only by way of warning. It should not have come to this. Indeed, her savagery served only to incense the people and spur them to rise up in protest. It was folly to think such measures of governance could ever prove effective. The sooner we can begin to make amends for this senseless destruction, the better. Securing supplies and support for the reconstruction effort should not prove difficult, once our nations are formally at peace, of course. Yes, of course. If you would if you would have a better view of what remains of the castle, we must proceed through the ruins. Hello, Kidomaru. It is a travesty. A travesty. I remember the keep being so beautiful. In the light of the setting sun, one would swear it was aflame. It is indeed a doleful spectacle. Mayhap we will rebuild it one day, when we have finished helping our people to rebuild their lives. Spoken like a true popularis, the needs of the people must of course come first. Speaking of whom, would you be opposed to my seeing how they live firsthand? The village of Namai is but a short journey from here if I'm not mistaken. By river, yes. If you follow me, I will ready our boat. Ready to cast off? Sure.
Get back! I'm warning you!
Someone's in trouble. Are you all right?
Hi.
What do they want with you?
Yuki, and you lot too. I don't know. We were returning from the Enclave when they came at us.
It seems they won't go quietly.
And neither will we. Away with you!
It is nothing. Leave this to me.
No quarter!
An opening.
I have you!
The art of my forebears.
Hold your ground. I will try to draw the reinforcements. Draw with the reinforcements.
That seems to be the last of them. You have nothing to fear, child. You are safe now.
Thank you, sir.
Can we trust him though? He's got that look. He has that look. You already know when
You
you're...
saved us again.
Thank goodness we arrived when we did.
Indeed. But what could have prompted the Red Kojin to stray so far from the Ruby Sea?
They got paid to.
I presume these are the sellswords hired by Yotsu. If so, the answer is simple. Desperation. Bereft of imperial employment, they seek other means to line their coin purses. Another sad legacy of the Empire's mismanagement.
The Empire to which you have sworn allegiance.
Must you always be so pointed? If we are to bring about lasting change, we must look beyond narrow allegiances. You have every right to doubt me, but in time, I hope you will come to see that we share a common goal. You and yours have fought fiercely to change the Empire from without, but if we are to end the cycle of conflict, the Empire must change from within. Am I wrong?
It's got those eyes. True reform can only come from within. The Empire will never change. I believe in change. Why not?
I knew you would understand. You have witnessed such change firsthand, after all, during your time in Ishgard.
Who's he referring to? Dear me, I had hoped to convey my views on our nation's shared hopes under more peaceable circumstances. Yet this regrettable little interlude did afford me a chance to see the famed hero of Eorzea in action, and few Imperial soldiers can say that. At least few who live to tell the tale. A guilty conscience. Asahi has had his fill of adventure for one day. After that little ordeal, I believe it may be time for us to return to the Enclave. Return, my lord? But what of Namai? You seem so eager to observe the villagers going about their daily lives. Yeah, that's right. To be frank, I still am, but I rather doubt the good people of Nabe would take kindly to the sight of a man in imperial uniform with blood still dripping from his blade. Even in your company, my presence would only prove a distraction. Fret not, however. Thanks to the three of you, I have seen a great deal more than I otherwise would, and with any luck, Lord Heian will have finished considering my proposal by the time we return. No, that's not it. Jesse greets you with a grave expression. Klaudez, I'm glad you're here. In case you haven't heard, we've observed a huge surge of anomalous energy coming from the Yuan. I have a nasty feeling this means Omega is ready to go ahead with the next stage of its experiment, but Master Garland is on his way, so let's hear what he has to say. Care to share your thoughts on this, Chief? Our colleagues on the ground have reported the appearance of mysterious floating structures inside the Yuan. If you recall, we were investigating a similar anomaly when Alpha and Alti Roit made their appearance. Omega certainly knows how to get our attention. I blush to recall the eagerness with which we plunged into the abyss, ignorant of the warped gladiatorial contest that awaited us within. But what a staggering collection of opponents, plucked from the pages of both history and fiction for their ability to pose a threat to Omega. And should you prevail against these interdimensional champions, what then shall be your prize? Why, a battle against the most devastating weapon this world has ever seen. How marvelous. He says with eyes aflame. For once I wish you were being sarcastic. Anyway, the energy surge. Based on our previous experience, it seems highly profitable that it is our signal to rejoin the fray. Needless to say, it is an invitation we cannot refuse, not when the alternative is Omega unleashing its creations on Eorzea. Well, Klaudez, are you ready to answer the call? I'm afraid Biggs and Wedge won't be answering any calls just yet. They're still mending from the ambush in the control center. Yes, of course, we'll just have to struggle on without them for the time being. Don't worry, Nir and I will see to it that you receive all the support you need. Defeat is not an option. Well, I do believe Alpha here agrees. That reminds me, I've got something special for you, little fellow. Come with me. Damn, okay, looking good. A custom-made Ironworks uniform? Oh, you do look smart, I must say. That is a very cool outfit. He is part of the expedition team after all, and considering the dangers lurking in that rift, it's only right we give him some protective equipment. How very thoughtful of you, Jesse, and there I was thinking you were just sizing him up for a new range of merchandise. Unlike you, I can do two things at once. I wish I had that uniform. Yeah, where's mine? Really? I wouldn't be seen dead in it. I still want it. This is perfectly acceptable attire for an engineer. Sturdy, practical, and best of all, most stains will scrub right out. I'm not sure it'd last long on you, what with all the fighting, but if you're desperate for a set, you're welcome to have a word with our tailors. I am down. Fascinating though discussion of Ironworks garmentry undoubtedly is, might our time not be better spent traveling to the Yawn? Omega awaits. Speak with Sid at the Yawn. Return to the Rift. Bow, bow, bow. How inviting. I'm ready when you are, Klaudez. Hit away and we'll take the plunge. Right then, into the Yawn we go. I am with you, mortals, along with that scant wisdom I can provide. Oh. We're back in here. Ba-bam, 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 ba-bam. Are you gonna put us through some silly little trial again? The rift seems much as it did before, and we appear to be mercifully solid. But I do detect some changes. If I'm not mistaken, there are fewer eggs floating in the aether. Some of them have hatched. What's up, dude? How you doing? Welcome, Alpha Group. Your prompt arrival is appreciated. Omega, it would seem your experiment continued in our absence. Affirmative. Progress has been satisfactory. Approximately 50% of the test subjects have been eliminated. Each test world hosts an ongoing contest wherein the strong eliminate the weak. The process is certain, conclusive, inevitable. Every result matches the predicted outcome. Every result except yours. Do these images cause you distress? Please examine them closely. Without suitable simulation, you may not exceed your calculated probability of success. Yeah, he's basically saying get mad, turn Super Saiyan. Your survival is crucial to my study, through you, I must continue to explore the contradiction I have discovered in your otherwise impotent kind. The ability to triumph against overwhelming odds is one which I must acquire. Foolish machine, what hast thou to show for all the years that have passed since the culmination of our war? Not save thy continued existence. Hast thou no thought for what befalleth thy home star? Your attempts to provoke me will not succeed. I will follow my programming. Fight, win, evolve, then I will return to bloop bloop. Wow. Spoilers. Error. Accurate rendering of planetary label impossible in current mode of communication. Terminating exchange and return to priority experiment. Alterations to equipment parameters detected. Recalculating projected combat capabilities complete. I will now commence recording your practical performance. Proceed Alpha Group. Overcome the obstacles in your path and reach the end of the course constructed for you. You think you're controlling us? It seems we have our orders. Shall we cut a path through the chaff? Why have you got cards? Ah, those are some nice cards, which means one moment. Card. Game. Play. Play. You mean to play a part in proceedings this time? Oh, is this like your form of sign language? Of course that's what you meant. Well, we do have authorization to fight in the area of this area of the rift, so I suppose there's nothing to stop you from joining us. Welcome aboard, Alpha. Go! Reach the signal scape. There's no avoiding this evaluation. Let's watch our step through, eh? On your marks, Klaudez. Let's leave the barrier to me. Oh! Alpha, mind that trap where you're stuck now. Okay. Guess we're killing these things? Are they gonna explode? Oh, okay. And that's taken care of. Come on, Alpha, watch your step, man. Klaudez Alpha. They're not here. We've arrived on different platforms. Come, Nero. We have to find them. Alright. They don't seem keen on letting us pass. What the? Fight on, mortal. Oh, wait, there's more. Alpha takes out a card. What are you doing, Alpha? Good job. A flashlight could be closed on the others. Let's get on with it then. What? Those things are about to explode. Hello? Right. Are we ready to, apparently not. Oh, damn. Fortunately for you, I came prepared for the occasion. What a perfect opportunity to field test my latest creation. Those things are about to explode. I'd hurry if I were you, mate. Suit up! Oh, there's his hammer. Doesn't need a suit. Oh, wait, no, there's a suit. Oh, there's his helmet. Okay. Alright. Behold, the Mark XL, that's 100, I don't know. Iron Nero, complete with the new and improved Mighty Mjolnir Gunhammer. Step aside, girl, and bear witness to the devastation. Alright, go for it. Very good. Okay, keep doing what you're doing. Good job. Oh, next? Okay. Look at that mask. Iron Nero, huh? Go, do your AoE, Alpha, do it. Nice. Dada Luma. Is that like a mini... Wait. Who is that? Dada Luma? Okay, alright. Calm down, buddy. Okay, I'm gonna just step over here. I can't dodge it. Yeah, some heals would be nice, thank you. Easy. Oh, that mask. Yeah, I know that mask is. That seems to be the end of them, end of the path as well. Nero? As far as operational duration goes, that was pushing the limit, so it should suffice. In between scrambling to stay out of Nero's new toy, I found myself wondering about that card you used, Alpha. Care to explain? He boasteth that it is but one of many tools at his disposal. Be not deceived by his appearance. Like all of Omega's creations, Alpha was chosen for his prowess in battle. And that, I mean, he's just using cards. Analysis complete. Results match revised projections. At this rate of improvement, you will fail to qualify as the subjects of note. Midgard, some of your parameters are notably inferior. Dost thou yet believe me, the mighty worm I was in life? The incarnation perished long ago. My fate was sealed the moment I delivered my spawn unto this far-flung star. That they might be suffered to remain, I did offer up my life unto Hydaelyn, abiding thenceforth in spectral form, a servant to be summoned in her hour of need. Your account correlates with my records. It explains why I arrived on this planet only to find that my journey's purpose was lost. Of necessity, my priority shifted to repairs even as I searched for a new target of sufficient strength. Yet I still do not understand why you aid these creatures. I should think the reason plain, but mayhap 'tis not so for a soulless machine such as thee. By thee and thine was my home laid waste. The sound of thee, thy very scent, visteth upon me a tempest of rage. I but lend these mortals what little aid I can render. Illogical. If your purpose is to facilitate my destruction, it would require an entity more powerful than you were at your prime. Without the means to muster such might, your presence here is meaningless. Please, he's moral support. The experiment continues, Alpha Group. Your next opponent awaits you within the Sigmascape. Enter and commence the contest. That should do it. Our new base of operations is up and running. Now, what I'd really like to do is delve a little deeper into Omega's past, but as our Dragoon seems disinclined to indulge my curiosity, we had best focus on the task at hand. Let's get on with conquering the occupants of the Sigmascape, shall we? No slowing down. Sid is ready to discuss your foray into the Sigmascape. Before you cross the threshold, we should take a moment to discuss where we stand. That is the test world you need to conquer, the Sigmascape. Is that a mask or a face? That castle was certainly a surprise, but this is verging on disturbing. And we currently have no idea what it might signify. My first instinct is to dive straight into our analysis. I kind of wish I didn't know it was Kefka, you know, it would be nice. I wish I hadn't watched this trailer. Now I know what it means. The problem being that without a reference point from within the Sigmascape to start from, we'll have no way of knowing if we've even analyzing the correct data. Which means you'll just have to go in blind. Hardly the best way to enter into a fight, but needs, must, and all that. Are you up for the challenge? Can I ask you to join them, Alpha? We seem to be fine out here, but Klaudez will need your authorization if he's to do battle inside the test world. Keep your wits about you, Savior. Your next opponent could be almost anything. I already know who it is, because, you know, people like to talk about it. Kinda wish I'm not reading chat. Speak with Alpha. Que. Alpha appears eager to proceed. You may enter Sigmascape V.10 whenever you are ready.